Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the Republic. I'd actually intended to be back on 4th, but something happened on 31st day of December 2024 in Kisii, which caught the attention of most of you guys. The president was in Kisii to usher in the new year. But one man was missing in action. Professor Kithure Kindiki. And most of you guys have actually asked me to talk about the absence of Professor Kithure Kindiki in Kisii. And I want to talk about it because at least I've managed to secure some few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's one thing I've consistently maintained on this platform, is that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. And that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. There is no way you can convince me that Professor Kithure Kindiki, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, could just decide to be absent on a very important day when the president was leading the nation in ushering the new year. There must be something behind that move. And I've gone online and I've read several speculations. Some of you guys are suggesting that Farouk Kibet, the total man around the president, slapped Professor Kithure Kindiki and Kindiki got mad. I don't think that's true. But one thing I know for sure is that Farouk Kibet is very powerful. Let me read for you what NTV posted yesterday. At DP, Kithure Kindiki was slapped by Farouk. Uongo. At there is a fallout. Uongo. Please craft uongo that lasts. The president and his deputy are busy implementing the plan. This year, the projects and the programs will speak. 2025, we will point out your lies real time. Now, that's Kisii Today, the hustler's spokesperson. What he has done there is that he has denied the allegations that Farouk Kibet slapped Professor Kithure Kindiki. I also don't want to buy that narrative. But one thing we can't run away from is that Farouk Kibet is very powerful. This clip here was recorded in 2018. Listening to it.
Unajua katika ofisi ya DP saa 7:30 iko chakula mzuri sana. Na hiyo chakula ule jamaa atakukosesha ni Farouk Kibet. Hata ukiwa na njaa anakuambia kuja Tuesday. Sasa unauliza mtu wako na njaa, ako na shida. Anakuambia my friend, wewe ni mtu ya Tuesday. Wewe ni mtu ya Thursday. Sasa wajumbe wanakuja. Na hata hii watu unaona wajumbe hawa wanasifu Farouk. Ni watu wamejipanga sana. Wanajua wasipomsifu huyu mtu. Hey.
And also watch the recent clips. You will agree that Farouk Kibet is very powerful.
Mbia Rais Ruto aniwachie yeye apage mambo yangu, akaniruka. Akasema anahitaji yeye nitafuta yangu na mimi natafuta. Lakini nimemwambia Farouk nikitafuta yangu atanifanyia training 6 months ashike laini ndio aweze kuendelea mbele.
Na juu nimesikia sasa mnaendaka hapa kwa boma yake ati anatoa sukari gunia 1. Saa ingine anapea watu. Sipa hiyo wakati alikuwa mtu ya mkono ya deputy president. Sasa Farouk Si ni mtu ya mkono ya rais.
Wengine walienda hata mbali zaidi na kudai kuwa ofisi ya Prof Kibet ilikuwa katika ofisi ya Rais Ruto yenyewe. Katika kampeni zilizomfanya William Ruto rais, mbunge wa Kikuyu Kimani Ichung'wah aliwahi kusema kuwa mikakati mingi ya kampeni zao ilipangwa na Prof Kibet. Mara nyingi Farouk ameonekana jukwani akiwaambia wanasiasa wakubwa kile watakachosema hadharani na hata kuamua urefu wa hotuba zao.
Prof Kibet kwa sababu amesimama na watu wa area ya Turbo sana, na pia yeye ndio ameweza kusimama na president wetu. Logistics zote za campaign, ndege itafika hapa, yatashuka hapa, atalala hapa na kesho ataamkia campaign hivi, ni huyu Prof Kibet. Na maajabu alikingi kwa karatasi, yote anachora kwa kichwa.
Hata
Kibet has worked, Farouk has worked to the top, and now he's sitting as the one with the key to President William Ruto's coffers, or President William Ruto's. All I'm only cautioning is that we hope he will not misuse his position. We saw the likes of Murali, who became the presidents themselves because they were associated nearer to President retired Uhuru Kenyatta. They became tyrants. They became people who you could not approach. I hope Kibet does not take that advantage and becomes the Muradhi of Uhuru Kenyatta, and now he becomes the Muradhi of William Ruto.
Personally, I won't buy the narrative that Farouk Kibet slapped Professor Kithure Kindiki. But you can't convince me that Professor Kithure Kindiki just saw it fit to be absent in Kisii, and also when Yoweri Museveni was coming to Kenya. Let me read for you another post by Pauline Njoroge, because in this video, I want to reveal to you guys why Professor Kithure Kindiki boycotted that event. This is what Pauline Njoroge posted earlier today. It looks like many people are yet to understand the kind of a leader DP Kithure Kindiki is, and are therefore falling for all manners of speculations. Prof prefers working quietly but effectively, and showbiz is not his thing. He does not need to be on our screens every day or to attend every political gathering. That was not a political gathering. He would rather have his presence felt through the impact of his work. Before he took the much needed Christmas break, he quietly resolved two major issues. He managed to reach a deal with the doctors, therefore averting a strike that was looming, and also resolved the row between governors and controller of budget, which had become such a thorny issue. So, what is more important? Seeing the DP at every political gathering, or knowing that he is working behind the scene in supporting the president to ensure effective delivery to wananchi. It is time we get used to a different kind of a deputy president, unlike what we had in the last 2 years. Maybe I want to add it to Pauline, in the last 12 years, because William Ruto was also ever present. But I don't want to get into that. It means that the issue or the absence of Professor Kithure Kindiki during this Kisii event and also in Siaya today is significant. But if we get into all those details, for those who are watching this channel for the first time this year and you have not yet subscribed, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And with the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. Why do you think Professor Kithure Kindiki boycotted this event? Number one, and this is the fact, reduced influence as the deputy president. You know, Professor Kithure Kindiki was previously the cabinet secretary for interior, a very powerful position. He would interact with the president on a daily basis. You can't deny that when William Ruto was the deputy president, Uhuru Kenyatta made that post very weak. It's only that William Ruto is a different breed of politician, so he would maneuver his ways. Ruto reduced William Ruto as the president reduced Rigathi Gachagua. He could not even run his activities as a deputy president. But if you look at the history of the cabinet secretaries for interior, they're always very powerful. Professor Kithure Kindiki, I can assure you, would have been in Kisii if he were the cabinet secretary for interior, because he would be directly involved in the preparation of this event. So I want to assume that after his appointment as the deputy president, he has realized that, statecraft is not in the office of the deputy president. So he's been trained maybe to seek for more powers, maybe because he was promised that, after Rigathi is out, you'll become more powerful, just leave this seat. He's realizing that he was played. So as a human being, he's not very happy. And we agree that indeed, it's not because of what Pauline Njoroge is telling us that we have a different breed of Kindiki. When Kindiki was the cabinet secretary for interior, he would go everywhere the president was. So that's number one. Number two, there must be silent fallout within William Ruto's camp, the inner circle. So there's a circle which is currently the president is listening to. Kindiki is not in that camp. Maybe those who follow the statecraft can help us understand. But I strongly believe that there is something the inner circles of the president are fighting. Either they're fighting Kindiki or Kindiki is fighting them, but Kindiki has not managed to succeed to edge them out. So the best thing is to create some holiday event, because first it's known that the president would always address the nation. So that's number one. Number two. Number three, I've been studying something, and I think it's about Kimani Ichung'wah factor in William Ruto's politics. Kimani Ichung'wah has emerged as a towering figure around the president. He was the engine behind the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. After that, he's been very powerful, overshadowing everybody. Kindiki is ambitious, not to be cheated, and is monitoring all this. The other day, for those who follow politics, I've been away a bit, but at least I follow. Kimani Ichung'wah made some suggestions that, he could even be deputy president and he won't be impeached. What tells you that those statements sit well with the Professor Kithure Kindiki? That could be the source of that rebellion. And lastly, I think it's about 2027 politics. Professor Kithure Kindiki is a professor of law, a politician. He must have learned from the mistakes of Rigathi Gachagua. So I think he's trying so hard to avoid falling for those mistakes of Rigathi Gachagua. So he's studying things and maybe working his way. But there are forces who believes that the deputy president in 2027 should not be Professor Kithure Kindiki. Should be someone from the Western Alliance. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, maybe fourth, if I get something, I'll talk about. I know there was a bigger event in Siaya today. I'm not so sure whether I can talk about it tomorrow, but there was a bigger event attended by Museveni, President Ruto, Raila Odinga, hugely successful event. That event is going to shape the politics of our region. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.